Your phone might be stealing 3 months of your life every single year. I didn't realize it until I checked my screen time. 6 to 7 hours a day. That's about 90 days a year. Just scrolling. And the scary part is that it never feels like 6 hours. You open your phone to reply to one message or check one notification, and suddenly you are 50 videos deep into things that you're never meant to watch. And that was my life a few months ago. And today my screen time is just about 1 to 1.5 hours a day. I didn't quit my phone or delete any social media apps. I just made 5 small changes that cut my screen time by over 80% and gave me back hours of focus and time every single day. And the reason those changes worked started with something unexpected. Something that happened to me last December. Last December, I went to yoga and meditation retreat. There was one rule. No phones allowed. Not limited usage, not airplane mode, just no phones for 7 days. At first, it felt very strange. I kept reaching for my phone even though it wasn't there. A message or a notification or a quick hit of dopamine. And when it wasn't there, I felt very anxious and not myself. And that's when I realized how automatic the habit had become. But around day 4, something unexpected happened. The urge started fading, my mind felt quieter, and time slowed down. And suddenly, I noticed something strange. Without my phone, my life didn't feel boring at all. It actually felt much better. And that's when it clicked. My phone addiction wasn't about my phone. It was about how my life has been designed around constant stimulation. So when I came back home, I tried something. I recreated some of the same conditions from the retreat in my normal life. And that experiment cut my screen time by almost over 80%. And the reason it worked comes down to the one shift that almost no one really talks about. Shift 1. Redefine fun. Most of us think scrolling is relaxing or fun. But scrolling isn't actually relaxing. It's stimulation. New video, new post, new information. Your brain never actually rests. And that's why after 30 minutes of scrolling, you don't feel refreshed. You feel drained. At the retreat, nobody had phones, and strangely, nobody was bored. People were walking, meditating, talking, and just being present. And those moments felt more satisfying than just endless scrolling. And that's when I realized something important. If you really want to stop scrolling, you have to redefine what fun actually means. Real fun is anything that leaves you feeling better afterward, not worse. It can be exercise, reading, journaling, learning, creating, or building something new, or even just quietly sitting with your thoughts. So I started asking one simple question before opening my phone. What would actually feel good right now? And most of the time, the answer was in scrolling. Redefining fun changed how I saw scrolling, but I noticed something interesting. Most of my scrolling wasn't happening because I wanted entertainment. It was happening because of something else. I had too much of empty time, and that's what we'll solve next. Shift 2. Remove empty time. Most scrolling happens when your day has empty space. Right after waking up, waiting for something, in the evening when you're tired, or before bed. Whenever there's a gap, your phone automatically fills that. So instead of fighting my phone, I changed something else. I structured my entire day with full of activities. Not every minute, but I knew each part of the day was for morning meditation and planning, daytime focused work at office, small breaks, a walk, evening gym or working on my channel, before bed, reading or meditation. Now, when I had a free time, there was no moment of what should I do now? I already knew. That single shift cut about half of my scrolling. But I noticed something weird. Even when I didn't want to scroll, my hand still grabbed for my phone. And that's when the real issue became obvious. My phone was just too easy to use. And that's what I've solved next. Shift 3. Adding friction. Most people think they just need more discipline. But discipline loses to convenience every single time. Your phone is designed to be effortless. One tap, you are inside the app scrolling for hours. So instead of relying on willpower, I added friction, small barriers between me and the apps. First, I remove social media from my home screen. If I want to, I have to search it, which creates resistance. Second, I turn off all my notifications because most of the apps are just trying to pull you back in. Third, I added app limits, like I only have to use Instagram for 13 minutes, not to block the apps, but just to create a pause. Fourth, I switched my phone to grayscale. Without the bright colors, the apps felt boring. Last but not least, I started charging my phone in another room or keeping it away from me when I'm actually working. These small barriers create a pause, a friction, and that pause interrupts the moment that you reach your phone without even thinking. And that alone reduced a huge amount of my scrolling. But there was still one thing that was pulling me back in: my feed. Shift 4. Train the algorithm. Your phone addiction isn't just about your habits, it's about what your feed shows you. Every platform runs on an algorithm that learns from everything that you do, what you like, what you watch, and what you skip. So, if you watch random content, your feed becomes endless random content, more stimulation, more scrolling. Once I understood this, I changed one important thing. I started training my algorithm. I only interacted with content and people that improved my life. I unfollowed accounts that didn't add value, selected not interested, and started searching for content that actually improved my life. Fitness, learning, productivity, books, and money. And within a week, something interesting happened. My entire feed just changed. Now, when I open my phone, I don't fall into the scrolling trap. Most of what I see is useful or inspiring. But now, the biggest shift had nothing to do with my phone. It had to do with how I started seeing myself. Shift 5. Change your identity. Real change isn't just about what you do, it's about who you believe you are. Most people say things like, I'm addicted to my phone. I have zero self-control. But when you repeat that story, your behavior naturally follows that, because your identity shapes your behavior. So I stopped seeing myself as someone who's addicted to my phone. Instead, I started seeing myself as someone who's intentional with my phone. Not anti-phone or just avoiding it completely, just in control of how I use it. And once that identity shifted, my behavior started matching it. I stopped reaching for my phone without thinking. I stopped letting it control my time. The goal here isn't to stop using your phone, it is to stop letting it control you. And once you see yourself that way, everything else starts to change. And 30 days later, I checked my screen time again, and it had dropped by 80%. From about 6 hours a day to 1 to 2 hours, and that too, most of it was for productivity. I didn't quit my phone or delete any apps. I just stopped using it unconsciously. Because 6 hours a day might not feel like much, but over a year, that's about 3 months of your life. 3 months. 3 months that you could spend on learning, building, exercising, creating, or actually living your life. So here's my challenge to you. Try these 5 changes for next 30 days. And if you're serious about taking your time back, comment I am in. By the end of it, you will have more control, more focus, and hours of your life back. And let's see how many people are ready to stop letting their phone run their lives. Because your phone shouldn't control your time, you should.